Hello, my name is Dr. Maria Harriet Stack, and I just wanted to clear the air up on the cause of death of Matthew Perry so far and what we know so far. So what we know so far are that the results of the initial post-mortem are inconclusive. So that means that we don't actually know the cause of death. There isn't anything, standing out saying that the cause of death was this, that, or the other disease. And that means that further tests would be done and toxicology results will be performed, but they can take up to 2 to 4 weeks to come back. But it's unlikely that they're going to give us any further insights into the cause of death of Matthew Perry, because what we also know is that at the time of his death, he was on antidepressants and anxiety anxiolytic medication, but there were no other illegal substances in the house. There was no signs of any alcohol and so forth. So no signs of narcotics or illegal drugs of any sort. So it's unlikely that we're going to find a cause of death from the toxicology. It'll be done obviously because the preliminary post-mortem has been inconclusive. So therefore, we're left with the position as doctors trying to tell the world what Matthew Perry died of. And in fact, the answer is that we may never know. And people are kind of surmising that it may be heart disease. That hasn't been confirmed by autopsy. Addiction, that hasn't been confirmed, and it's unlikely because nothing been found in his house that shows that he had cocaine or any of these narcotics which might have led to a sudden cardiac episode and dysrhythmia. And so that isn't a possibility of the cause of death. So really, I think we're going to have a situation where we may never know what Matthew Perry died of. What we do know, of course, is that sadly he had battles with alcoholism and with drug addiction for many years, and he was in and out of rehab, and it really destroyed much of his life. He also had a problem with his lifestyle. He had a weight issue, which we saw in recent pictures. Certainly can obviously lead to the metabolic syndrome and obviously lead to heart conditions and myocardial infarction and arteriosclerosis. But we haven't actually, there isn't actually any signs of that vis-a-vis the post-mortem. So really, we're back to square one again. We're no further down the road, as it were, as to the cause of death of Matthew Perry. I'm doing this because there's been such a lot of hype from journalists all over the world to make Matthew Perry's death celebrity death. In other words, it's addiction, it's alcoholism, it's a moneyed lifestyle of self-abuse. And really, what we know now is that certainly in the last year, Matthew Perry had sort of got his life together. He was exercising. He didn't manage to, control his weight, which was an issue. But that's an issue with a lot of Americans, and they're on the golf course and they're, all over the world. There are people with weight issues and that are running around and aren't, dead and so forth. So we can't blame that exclusively. So I just wanted to say that is the situation. I believe a cardiologist was on another media channel talking about heart disease, but which is the most likely cause of death in a middle-aged man, if you like. But again, there's no evidence from the autopsy and from the from the post-mortem that he did die of a heart attack. So it is inconclusive, and I really can't see how the toxicology will give us any further insights into the death of Matthew Perry. So that's my take on Matthew Perry. I'm so sad that this has happened. I just wanted to do this video to kind of counteract the hype of the world's media. When they love to talk about celebrity deaths and blame all of these addictions and alcoholism and so forth on a death, when in fact the post-mortem clearly says that the results are inconclusive and toxicology is going to follow. But as we know, there's no signs of any illegal narcotics, cocaine, etc. in the house that would cause the dysrhythmia. There you have it. So let me know in the comments what you think. My name is Dr. Maria Harriet Stack. I'm a highly qualified medical doctor, and I'm just giving you my take on the cause of death, which remains inconclusive, of the late Matthew Perry. It's good night from me, Dr. Maria Harriet Stack.